If you grew up in Australia, you'll remember the old, thick, white zinc that cricketers smeared across their lips and noses. Many of us learned that white zinc is a mineral sunscreen that worked by reflecting sunlight the way a mirror reflects light. And for a long time, that was the story we were all told. But here's the new and surprising science. Modern mineral sunscreens don't work that way anymore. And the science behind that, how they protect your skin, has dramatically changed over the last decade. So today, let's take a calm walk through what mineral sunscreens really do and why the old reflective idea has stuck around. So turn on the captions if you'd like to see the key points highlighted along the way. The first thing to understand is that there are actually two very different kinds of mineral sunscreens. One, that's the old fashioned one, the thick white zinc with large opaque particles. That cream looks white because it scatters and reflects a lot of visible light, and it remains one of the best choices for long days outdoors, in sport, and in the harshest sun living in Australia. It does absorb some UV radiation as well, but its very visible whiteness comes from the fact that the strong scattering the zinc causes by those large particles. But the mineral sunscreens that most of us use today is nothing like that. Modern zinc oxide and titanium oxide sunscreens use smaller particles, still safe, still regulated, but now transparent. These go on clear and smooth. And here's the key difference. These modern mineral sunscreens protect your skin mainly by absorbing ultraviolet light, not by reflecting it. This is one of the biggest updates in sunscreen science over the last decade. When UV light hits these tiny little particles, sometimes nano size, so that's why they're called nanoparticles, the energy is taken up and released as harmless bit of heat, far too small for you to feel. That's how sunscreen deals with the dangerous ultraviolet radiation, ultraviolet energy, before it hits or reaches your skin. So the old cricket zinc behaves more like a mirror, but the modern clear mineral sunscreens behave more like a sponge. They soak up UV and then let it off safely. That's why today's zinc doesn't look white and doesn't scatter visible light the way old thick zinc did. There's another important point. Mineral sunscreens, old or new, they are photostable. They don't break down in sunlight. They keep working for as long as the sunscreen film remains on your skin. They don't get used up. They don't get degraded the same way that chemical sunscreens can. The only thing that can stop them working is if they are rubbed off, washed off, or if you don't apply enough in the first place. Chemical sunscreens can be excellent too, but they work differently. They absorb UV radiation, and when they absorb the UV radiation, the molecules undergo small structural changes as they do their job, which is why some chemical filters slowly lose their strength over time and need to be consistently reapplied. These UV filters are organic molecules in the chemistry sense, meaning they're carbon based, but they are made in controlled, highly regulated environments so that they behave predictably on the skin. Organic has nothing to do with natural or farming or chemical free products. It simply describes the carbon based chemical structure of the molecule. When used correctly, These lab designed UV filters are safe, effective, and well studied, just like the mineral filters in zinc and titanium oxide. So here's the simple truth: modern mineral sunscreens do not protect you mainly by reflection. All mineral sunscreens reflect, but the modern ones protect mostly by absorption, the same endpoint as chemical sunscreens, but with a big advantage. Mineral filters, they stay photostable, so they keep working as long as the layer is on your skin. Meanwhile, the old thick white zinc sunscreen, they still reflects. They scatter strongly because of its large particles. The old white zinc sunscreen remains a great choice for outdoors, especially for long days outdoors, as per the cricket players. If you're especially interested in mineral only sunscreens, products that use only zinc or titanium oxide as their active UV filters with no chemical UV filters as actives, and why some people prefer them, I'll cover this topic in a separate video. But at the end of the day, the best sunscreen is one you use generously and reapply consistently. And now that you understand how these different sunscreens work, you can use them with more confidence, knowing that even the invisible zinc, the modern zinc that you can't see, it is still doing its job. So that's the no hype, no nonsense truth. And if you'd like to see why all this matters so much under Australia UV, I'll link my video on the fiercest sun on earth at the end of this video. It's worth watching alongside this one.